Tango. ATA says 16s, but sometimes they shift on you. FedEx would probably land on the right, I'm assuming, if we are going to land.
Cover 100, Oakland Center, good morning. Descend and maintain flight level 200.
16s. Cargo doesn't complain about a 5,000 foot.
298 Lima, you looking for your IFR release?
Cargo doesn't complain about a 5,000 foot per minute descent. Yeah. Hello, Steve.
908 Lima released for departure. Clearance void if not off by 1730 Zulu time now 1722. If not off by 1730, report this frequency with your intentions.
They also don't complain about the cabin being too hot or too cold, or the food being bad. Yeah. And then being told to turn off their iPads. Yeah. Cargo doesn't talk to you too much. We're humans. We don't want to mess with humans. But is the pay the same? Okay, 36 miles to the top of descent. This is a new 7. It's a new release. Yep. Well, it's an update to if you had it. Well, it's got the freighters. It's got the 300. It's got new a lot of new visuals. A lot of the cockpit looks better. There's a few other changes, but. Yeah. In fact, I'll post a link to the page. So if you're an owner of the previous version, it's only going to be. You should get an email with a promo code to take your price down to $20, but if you haven't, it's $84 for the full. And there's a link to the 3 different versions. And today we're flying the extended version from Denver to Salt Lake.
We're down to 2908 Lima, Portland departure. Ident, please. Number 908 Lima, looks like you may have departed prior to receiving your release. Radar contact 5 miles north of the Newburgh VOR. Altitude's verified. Portland altimeter is 2976. Climb and maintain 5,000. Advise when you have the weather for Salem and any requests you may have.
How does 757 affect FPS? Well, obviously up here at cruise we're not going to have any issues, but maybe during the descent we can watch it. But right now I'm getting 30 frames, 28 frames. That's a little bit lower than normal. Let's look down. Oh, that's interesting. Normally when you look down, you get higher frames, but it says I'm getting 18 frames. I wonder if that's because of the PBR. But yeah, right here I'm getting 29 frames. That's interesting. Because usually it cruise,
correction, 9 Kilo 2 Juliet Mike, executive correction ground on request standby. And in future initial calls, if you could identify your call sign first, then your aircraft type, that's much more appreciated than giving your aircraft type followed by your call sign. That just, I can't describe even how confusing that can get. And secondly, you don't even have to identify your aircraft type if you've submitted an IFR flight plan. It's included there. So give me one moment. I'll be with you shortly. There will be full route.
All right. The 767 and the 75 look very similar inside for sure. Yep. Are they going to do a Black Friday sale? I don't know. Jarhead, you bought the Fly J727? Yeah, that's such a great plane. I have a love-hate relationship with that plane. How confusing is the KM instruments? What do you mean by KM? They share a type rating, says Defective. We gotta subscribe. We gotta subscribe. We gotta subscribe. Red Raider with the 4 months. Thank you for the 4 months of support, Red Raider. Everyone, click on Red Raider. He's a great Twitch streamer, and of course I prefer it when he has his webcam so we can see his lovely pit and his lovely facade.
9 Kilo 2 Juliet Mike, able to make one.
Thank you, Red Raider. Appreciate it.
15,000.
I was talking about the let kilometer instruments. Oh, okay.
9 Kilo 2 Juliet Mike, thank you. Cleared to Reno Airport. Expect radar vector Sacramento VOR. Sierra Alpha Charlie. Join the Sierra 3 arrival. That's Sierra India Echo Romeo.
Stuck. Good morning.
Arrival into Reno. Maintain 2,000. Expect 5,000. 10 minutes after departure.
You've been using your webcam more recently, don't worry. See? I'm all about the webcam.
0102.
I'm all about the webcam. All right, so that guy that just checked in and he got the full route for his clearance, his aircraft call sign was 9K2JM, Kuwaiti. That's a Kuwaiti registration. I know that because I talked to a guy on the ham radio that had that call sign. So that guy that's flying on PE might be a ham radio operator.
9 Kilo 2 Juliet Mike, read back correct.
Yes, you can attest to Raider using his cam more. Yeah, we're all about the cam.
Number 6 Alpha Sierra, contact.
Oh, crap.
Contact Amarillo Tower 118.3.
Says 1 mile to the top of descent. Okay. Whew. I'll tell him we're out. Salt Lake clearance FedEx 572 out of flight level 320.
Number 316 Alpha Sierra, Amarillo Tower, good morning. Wind 360 at 18, gust 24 on the left downwind, runway 4 cleared to land.
Cryptokinetic, I have the extra.
FedEx 572, thank you.
I have the
902, 908 Lima, looking localizer back course, runway 13. Where would you like to begin the approach?
92, 93, 94.
I can't vector you to finals. I don't have vectoring maps. Let's see. I can put you on at McCoy, I guess. Vector to
back
McCoy.
When you had to do Morse code test, three different Morse code tests. Yeah, I had to do the 5 word per minute for the novice.
Number 928 Lima, turn right, heading 250 vectors for McCoy, and descend and maintain 4,000.
13 word per minute for Morse code test for the general, and then a 20 word per minute for the extra. K6 JWN in the house. There you go. Nice. California, I'm assuming, maybe. Yeah. I've been doing a lot of FT8 lately.
American 291 with commercial call signs. You group your numbers together, please. American 291, San Francisco clearance, cleared to Los Angeles International Airport. Stick 3 departure, eBay transition, then as filed. Climb via the SID, except maintain 10,000. NorCal departure frequency 135.1, squawk 3311.
Yeah, that's the good reason. What's the reason for commercial flights to run those numbers together? So I guess I'm saying FedEx 572, and he wants me to say 572. What's the reason for? Why does it matter? I'm wondering.
American 291, readback is correct and affirmative. If you're using a commercial registration, your numbers are grouped together. So American 291 is the appropriate way to identify yourself.
Oh, okay. Okay, so only 12 word per minute in Oz. I also had an Australian call sign because I lived in Australia, so I got a Victor Kilo 2 call sign when I was down there.
When able, proceed direct to McCoy.
But yeah, they took
2508 San Francisco clearance, clear to Los Angeles International Airport. Stick to
yeah, they
departure,
completely got rid of
then as filed.
the
Climb
Morse
via
code.
the SID, except maintain 10,000. NorCal departure frequency 135.1, squawk 7155.
At the time, I was a little bitter about them getting rid of the Morse code requirement altogether. I would have...
FedEx 572, contact Salt Lake Center 125.57.
2557, FedEx 572. Let's see, 12557. Oh, wait, hold on. 2557. Oops. Salt Lake approach, FedEx 572 with Tango, descending.
FedEx 572, Salt Lake Center, and descending out of for...
Salt Lake Center, FedEx 572, flight level 255, descending 240.
FedEx 572, Salt Lake Center, thank you. Salt Lake City is landing south across Spain at and maintain flight level 190.
Thanks for the south heads up. Spain at 19,000, FedEx 572. All right, let's check to see where we are with Spain. So, Spain at 19,000.
Gotham 100, frequency change is approved. When you have the weather, advise NorCal approach 120.905.
I wonder if it'll let me do that. Yep, it will. Okay. Spain at 19.
Number 90298 Lima, cross McCoy at or above 3,000. Cleared localizer back course runway 13 approach into Salem.
That was at or above 19, wasn't it? They're landing south, so we're going to go 16. So I'm going to change runway to 16. I'm assuming it's going to be 16 left. I could be wrong. Let's change that in FMC, so departures. We'll go ILS. Oh, I did choose one ILS 16 left. Good. Yeehaw! Also, RL pilots in USA sometimes read back frequencies 12527 as 2527. I think I do that sometimes. Yeah. KD8 UYE. Anyone ever go to... I've been to the Dayton Hamvention five times, I believe. Cryptic Kinetic. Yeah, I was there.
Alpha Sierra, taxi into the ramp via Papa and monitor ground point 9er. Good day.
I'm glad that they're out of the Hera Arena. I went to the last Dayton Hamvention in 2014. No, 2015. Yeah, it was 2015. I went there. May of
9er Kilo 2 Juliet Mike, executive ground. I'm sorry, where are you parked again?
One thing I forgot to do. You should never hear the captain say that.
9er Kilo 2 Juliet Mike, runway 20, taxi via Mike, hold short, runway 16.
Let's turn on auto brake. We'll turn on 3. Trying to cross Spain at 190 and 3 miles. Good, we're on profile.
FedEx 572, contact Salt Lake approach 128.1.
128.1, FedEx 572.
9er Kilo 2 Juliet Mike, it's runway 20, taxi via Mike, short of Mike.
Salt Lake approach, FedEx 572, 19,000, Lehigh 5.
FedEx 572, Salt